Morning, cows. Morning, buddy. Well, it is definitely winter, not officially, but it's been feeling pretty cold lately. We've already had 3 snows this year and a lot of 18, 20 degree weather. So there's not much grass growing out here. So I've thrown out 1 bale so far for the cows. They've already munched that down, and it is December 14th, I believe. And it's about time for us to move Rosie into the barn and separate her from the cows. And I'll explain why that is later in the video, but before we can move her over, I've got to get that other barn ready for her and get some bedding down so it's nice and comfortable. Let's see how she starts this cold morning. Well, we got a nice layer of sawdust in here for Rosie. She's got a ton of space this year. She's gonna be in here by herself, so she's got plenty of room, and we'll go ahead and add bedding as she poops and pees on it over the year. The fence is supposed to be up like this, but last year, you know, we put hay right on this side, and as they put their head through and put pressure on it, they kind of pull it down. So we're gonna drive a T-post that kind of holds this up and leverages it up so that way it doesn't end up on the floor at some point. That should be a little better. Well, we got our water filling up, we got our hay in place, and we got our bedding set up. So we're just about ready to go get Rosie and bring her into her winter area for the winter, obviously. And then in February, she should be calving. So this is allowing us to kind of separate her from her current calf and Buddy as well. So she can kind of get some alone time and, you know, have her own space. But also the most important thing is that she's able to dry off, because her calf, who doesn't even look like a calf anymore, he's almost a year old, he's very big, he is still milking on her, and you want them to dry up their milk for about 60 days before they calve. So that's right about when we think she's going to calve, in the middle of February, so we're right about that time of about 60 days. So let's go get Rosie and bring her in. Here, Rosie. There you go. There you go. Come on, Rosie. Let's go. Our calf's probably not gonna be too happy about this. It's the first time that he'll be separated from Rosie, so I'm sure he'll be mooing like crazy tonight. Almost there. It's really nice having a cow that is halter trained and follows you wherever you want. Man, when we first got here, when we first got her, she was not very well halter trained and would pull, and it's a lot better now. All right, come here, Rosie. There you go. There you go, Rosie. So like I was saying, Rosie is currently in milk, and she's been milking her calf out in the field, and so now they're separated. This is going to give her time to dry up, so that way her milk production stops, so she can prepare for giving birth. She has a Angus Jersey cross calf in there, and we'll have to see if it's a heifer or a bull come February, but we're excited for that. Another calf on the farm, and back into milking season in February. So she's gonna sit here and munch on her hay, which is really high quality this year because we got our hay from my in-laws, Ashlyn's parents. Their farm has really good high quality hay this year. So we got about 15 bales from them, and the cows are loving it compared to what we usually get. But let's open up this barn here and give her access to the acre and a half in the front of the field there, and she can munch on whatever grass is left in there. There's not much, but she'll enjoy whatever greenery is left. All right, buddy, come on, come on. So, Buddy, the black bull, our black Angus bull, and then Rosie's calf on the other side, which I guess we'll just call him Beef because that's what he's gonna be here. And I don't know, maybe another 6 months, maybe a year if we wanna extend it out that far. Just depends on how much beef we got in the freezer at that time, but they're gonna stay out here. We've got a little run area for them to go up and down if they want to. They've got their water, and they won't be able to go to any of the other pastures. They'll just have this little covered area for their hay and everything, and then a little area to run around. And they'll be out here all winter long. And like I said, the reason we're doing that is so Rosie can dry up. You don't want her calving with a calf milking on her. You want her to dry up, and so they're separated here. And then the other reason is because last year we wanted Rosie to be bred in somewhere around June, because cow's gestation period is about 10 months, and so if we had it in June, that would have been putting us back into April, and that's what we were looking for. We wanted a spring calf, but Buddy ended up getting out of our fence, which we didn't do a great job of separating them, so it's kind of our fault, but he got out of the fence and ended up breeding with Rosie pretty quickly, and is going to produce a February calf this year. So for next year's calf, to avoid that issue, well, not next year's, but the year after, technically, to avoid that issue. We're just totally separating them. We've got all kinds of fence and whatnot from our barn back there, so they're not going to be able to get to each other. And Rosie will have her time alone with her newborn calf in February, and it should be a pretty good situation, and hopefully a little bit more controlled than it was last year, or I guess technically this year. Not a lot's been going on the farm. You know, we just finished up our rentals, which is really nice, but as far as the farm goes, we haven't been doing a whole lot of projects because we've been pulled towards our rental property for right now. Not a lot of exciting things has happened, but we are without pigs for the first time since we've started our homestead. We've got no more pigs. This is our pig area, and this is where they were before we got rid of them, but we are pigless now. So we've just got cows and chickens, and that's kind of calmed things down a little bit on the homestead because the pigs took the most effort and the most work, and the cows take very little work, a little bit more in the wintertime, and chickens are super easy and quick to take care of. So it's nice to be without pigs, and it's nice to, you know, be able to focus on some other things. And, you know, we have some different avenues that we think we're going to take our farm or our homestead and our life, and you know, we're just working towards those and hoping that our hard work pays off, and we'll be, you know, in a position that we're hoping we will be in the years to come. So like I said, not a lot going on lately, and hopefully we'll be able to get out some more videos soon to you guys, but we're finally taking the cows off pasture. We didn't make it to nearly as far as I thought we were gonna make it to. We started feeding hay right at the beginning of December, so maybe about 15 days earlier than last year, but it depends year to year. It's not all about just you know, how well we manage the grass reserves. It's also about, you know, droughts and how much rain we got and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.